I moved apartments, and this was supposed to be a moving vlog, but moving is already so stressful, and I honestly didn't want to make it harder for myself in filming the whole thing, but I did film a little bit of it and I wanted to share with you guys. So basically the agenda for this vlog right now is I have a little bit of footage from my move that I wanted to show you. I also did a book unhaul, which will probably be the last footage that you'll ever see from my last apartment, which is really sad. And then I also wanted to get into not an unhaul, my unhaul, and then a book haul. Like, I bought 2 books that I wanted to share with you guys. And then also I forgot to put a book in my wrap up, so I wanted to put that at the end. So this is just gonna be kind of like a moving vlog and also have some reading in it as well. So first, I guess we'll just get into the move. So I live in Manhattan, if you don't know. I was in Midtown Manhattan and I just moved to another part of Manhattan, and it was definitely really hard for me, to be honest, because I moved to New York into that apartment. I was there for 4 years and I never left, and I was kind of forced to leave, not forced to leave, just because of COVID, everything was so crazy. So I decided to move to a new neighborhood, which has still been kind of an adjustment and just like hard because I loved my apartment so much. I'll put up some pictures of my old apartment in like my room that was, I mean, it's gonna be messy because I just wanted to remember my room how it was, which was usually a mess, usually my bed unmade. And what I'll really miss the most will be my view. I mean, I had the most amazing view ever, and in my current apartment I actually have a really nice big window, but I don't have a view of anything. I just look out to another building and I can't see the sky, and I've noticed that actually like really takes a toll on me, like not being able to see the sky and like see what the weather is like. And definitely in my next place I want to have like a nicer view. It won't be as nice as what I had before, but yeah, like it was really sad to leave my old apartment, and I don't even want to like get into that right now. I'll just like kind of like give you like a brief synopsis of like the things that I actually filmed. So as you can see, this is my bed. I just like, the furniture was already in the room when I got there, and I just like bought it from the old tenant, and this is the bed that was left there. It was basically an IKEA bed that had this like really ugly fabric on it. So it was just like this really cheap fabric that had like foam behind it. And in order to take the bed apart, I had to take the fabric off, which wasn't that hard because it was like incredibly cheap and just easy to take off. So anyway, I took the fabric off of the bed, and then I found this like random wooden thing on the headboard, so I had to take that off as well. And then basically in order to transport the bed, I literally just took the headboard off and then kept all the other pieces together because it's IKEA and it's like not good quality, and I didn't want to like deassemble it and reassemble it because I wasn't sure it was gonna make it. So that was like kind of an issue, because putting a bed that has like 3 of its parts in a U-Haul like takes up a lot of space and doesn't go in like quite evenly. So anyway, it made it here, which is great, and it's in one piece. I had to like put the headboard back on, and yeah, when I took the fabric off, I found this like really ugly like pine wood, but I honestly like don't care. It works for the time being, and I put risers under it so it kind of like gives it a little lift, because I never really noticed it before, but it's kind of like a miniature little bed. Like, it needed a little like lift. So that is the story of the bed. The next clip I'm going to show you is actually going to be my book unhaul. So before I left my old place, I wanted to get rid of a lot of the books that I don't like, or I just like wasn't gonna read again, and I didn't want to like take all the effort to like take those books to my new apartment. So I unhauled them and waited in a mile-long line at the Strand to literally make $8. I made $8 on all the books that you'll see in the next clip. Just a warning, like not so good at multitasking with talking and also like doing an unhaul at the same time, just warning you. But let's just get into the unhaul. So I thought it would be kind of fun to pack up my books with you guys. So I have this box. And if you know, I don't have a bookshelf. Like, this is my books. This is the state of them. They usually don't look this bad. They've just been getting knocked over as I've been trying to move and figure things out. But I actually am not going to be taking all of these books because I'll just start packing while I'm talking to you. Because some of them I don't want or like. And if you know, I don't buy books. Except during quarantine when I kind of had to buy books. But these are so dusty. But some of these books I didn't like, and there's like no point in me keeping them. And then some of them I just got from my friends, or I just bought, and I just don't have the heart to give up yet. But here, let's see what books I am going to actually be giving away. Should I show you the books that I'm before I put them in the box? These are so disgusting. Oh my god. Especially the books that have that like soft touch cover. Yeah. I mean, I talked about this in my wrap up, or I will talk about it in my wrap up, but like this book I really didn't like, and I DNF'd it after 40 pages, but I don't want to give it away because my boyfriend gave it to me for my birthday, so, and I'll just put it with my other Lori Gottlieb books, but I feel kind of bad that I didn't like it. This book I DNF'd when I was like, actually, my bookmark is still in it. I was like literally so close to the end. Actually, I don't want to forget that. But I might just, I want to create a pile to give to the strands, so maybe I'll put this in my strand pile. Let's see what else I have. Look how cute these covers are. Okay, I just like moved all my books from over here to right in front of me. So this book I'm obviously keeping, even though I don't like to read out of it. I love to look at it. It's so beautiful. So this book is gonna be donated because I really didn't like it and I'll probably never read it again. All these cute books. I love my mass market paperback editions. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit later, which is why the lighting looks a little bit different, but so I was thinking about putting this into my like strands or like giveaway pile, because so the girls I read in the summer, and it's kind of interesting, it was about conjoined twins. I just am never gonna read this book again, so I think, and this was a gift on a gift, my friend just gave it to me, so like I spent money on it. My friend also gave me this book, but I really like this book, and I probably want to hold on to, this is The Bridges of Madison County. I know you really couldn't see it, but this is a good one to pack. I wish I could like show you the box, but like just not at that level of video quality yet. So let's see, what else do I have? This book I read a long time ago, which is why I've never talked about it on my channel, but it's a poetry book called The Universe of Us, which like really short and sweet poems, and it's really nice. So I'll keep this one, even though I doubt I'll ever like look into that one again. Oh yeah, this is one that I wanted to give away. So my roommate just gave this to me, and I was like, oh, maybe. And then I was like, there's no way. Then I'm reading a YA fantasy book. Oh my god, there's so much dust flying everywhere. So, and it's a hardback, so I probably can get some money for this. So I'm going to give this one away too. Have you read this? If you've read this, let me know, because I honestly just want to read it for the actual book. Like, not even like the words, just like to be able to hold this book and read it. I was actually thinking about listening to Little Woman and reading it at the same time, which is what I'm doing with Bad Blood, but I don't know if I'll like actually like the story or not. But it just sounds, I did like the movie. I will say that I did like the movie. This is like all crazy. I actually might need to get another box for my books. This one is going goodbye, and so is this one. These books were terrible. Also, why would you put that on the cover of a book? Like, I feel like there's other ways to symbolize World War II. That's fine. my favorite book ever. I don't think I've talked about this book on my channel either. This is another really good one. Oh my god. One day I'll actually do my books justice and get myself a bookshelf. But yeah, The Glass Castle is a really good memoir. It's kind of similar to Educated if you liked Educated. I'm gonna have to build another box. Obviously these two are staying. This one is for work and I need to read that for work. And then okay, so I read all of her books. I actually didn't like this book, but I do have it signed. I met her. Maybe just have it for the memories. I've actually met her a bunch of times. It's kind of weird. So this is like a side note, but Gabby Bernstein is like a self-help motivational speaker, author kind of thing. And I've met her a lot of times, and it's just really interesting because when I started following her like earlier on in her career, and when I used to go to her events, it would just be like these really small gatherings, and you would have like not like a more intimate connection with her, but you would like, it was like less people there, and then when you like went up to meet her, it felt like more intimate. And then later on, like the last event that I went to of hers was like this huge venue. It was like done out of this like giant church in the city, and then there was like this line trailing just to get a like an autograph in her book, and then you only met her for like a second and then you left, and it was just like way less intimate. And I was like, I kind of miss the events that you used to have when like you were less famous. It was like a lot more fun because it felt like way more personal. It was just kind of interesting because I've never like followed someone through their career as much as I have with her, and just like how different, like what I'm saying is like how less intimate events can be once people start getting fame, which happens I guess with authors. But it was just kind of interesting. So I did DNF this book. I didn't read out of this copy. This is Crime and Punishment by Dachowski, but honestly, I think like once I actually get like a bookshelf or just like a shelf on a wall, like this would be really pretty to have. And I did like the book. I just like wasn't in the mood for a, what's it called? Like a straight up, why can't I think? Classic, which honestly, I don't even like fiction anymore. So yeah, not reading a lot of classics right now. Oh yeah, these two books I'm giving away. Jurassic Park, which I DNF'd. In the movie, I will say, if you've seen the movie and never read the book, I don't think they're similar at all. The movie has absolutely no plot. It's like literally just should get away from the dinosaurs, and the book is actually like very well researched and is totally different. And then obviously, Little Fires Everywhere, which was not my cup of tea. It was like really average. I did read it really fast, but I found it really average and I never think about it. Okay, I just built a new box for the rest of my books. I actually think I showed you all of the books that I'm giving away. No, actually, I might. It's like hard because some of these books I like don't like, but my friends got them for me and I feel bad like giving them away. So I might like hold on to some of them, even though I will probably give them away eventually. I'll probably give away Beach Read because I didn't love Beach Read either. So that's probably gonna go to the Strand, and it's a popular book, so hopefully I get a little bit of money for that. But obviously this one's signed too. This book is so beautiful. There it is. It's like the tiniest little signature, but this obviously I'm keeping. My tabbed versions of my favorite fantasy series. This beautiful copy. Oh my god, my friend gave this to me for my birthday, and because I read it originally from I got it from the library originally, and I just love having like my own copy. Oh my god, I just realized this. So this is so funny. This is blurbed by Irvin Yalom, and I just finished a book by him. That's so cool. I didn't know he blurbed her books because like I love her as an author, and then I just finished one of his books and I loved him as an author, and I'm gonna pick up a lot of his other books, and I just like I mean, it's not weird, they're like literally in the same field, but like she's a therapist, he's a psychiatrist, but that's kind of cool. I did not realize that. Like, this book I should probably give away too, because I probably won't read this book again. Like, I probably won't read these books again either. I actually don't have the second one because I lent it out to my friend. But I kind of just, like, want to keep the set because I guess I can lend them out to friends if they want. Well, I already did. I've already lent them out to friends. This book, I probably will never read again, but I might lend it out. It's also just, like, a nice book to have on your shelf. It's so freaking heavy. It's insane. It has, like, that really nice, like, textbook glossy paper because it has pictures in it. Yeah, I mean, this is, like, not super interesting, but hopefully one day I'll actually be able to get a bookshelf. So, and I still don't really want to buy books a lot, but just for the books that I already have, or books that have, like, special meaning to me that I want to buy, or that the library does not have a copy of, then I will have to, it'll be just, like, nice to have a place in my apartment for, like, to put all these types of books. Just like that were the last 3 books. Oh no, that's not true. I have some books up there, but all books that I love in 5 years, which I will need to reread. Group, which was amazing. I don't actually know if I'll reread this, maybe if I'm really bored one day, but yeah. And of course, The Light We Lost, which I read every year or so. Okay, so actually back in the day, I used to have my books lined up on my windowsill, and you can see, like, so there was a book that went up to this mark, so, like, this, like, got all washed out, and this book, like, really got destroyed. Like, even the back, you see that? Yeah, that's why I don't keep your books near where it's sunny, because they will get totally destroyed. So I learned my lesson. Anyway, that is my unhaul. Okay, I was gonna lift it. I'm not gonna lift it. It's all of these, and all of these are going to the Strand when I have time to do that. I don't even know when I have time to do that. I should probably figure that out. But anyway, I have to go, and I'll update you with the next thing that I end up moving in my moving vlog. Okay, so let's get into, now that I just did my unhaul, let's get into my haul where I actually got 2 books, which I'm pretty excited about. I, like, have been waiting to open them until I filmed this video, and that was, like, the reason why I wanted to film this video, so that I could actually see these books. So, you know, I don't buy books. The reason why I bought these books is because one of them, there was 2 copies at the library, and they looked lost. They hadn't been checked in months, and I've been checking back. I don't think they actually exist, so I bought that book. And then another book, I'll explain to you how I found it, but it's, like, not a popular book, and it only came as an ebook, and there was, like, no other way to get it, so I just bought it. I bought both of these on Thrift Books, so they're both used. They may be new, I don't know. I bought them, like, in good condition, but so this is one of them. If you watched my wrap up, I think it was last month, I read, oh my god, what is it called? It was the Irvin Yalom book about being or becoming a therapist, like letters to new therapists. And I really loved his writing, so I wanted to read a lot of his other books, and this book really spoke to me. And let me just get into the unboxing of it. And I got the cover that I wanted. I'm always really nervous when I buy used. Okay, this is in not great condition, considering I thought it said, okay, what the heck? I'm so bummed out. Anyway, I don't know if it actually matters. It's Love's Executioner by Irvin D. Yalom. This is in such terrible condition. I thought I got it like new or like very good condition. Does this look like very good condition? This was, this fell in water. This is what happened to this book. It was like someone took a bath and it fell in the bath. That's like super disappointing. But like, what do you do? I bought it at a used bookstore. Can I return it? Dang, like what the heck? I guess I'll just keep it, but that's like really annoying. Like it doesn't even feel good to like hold it. Anyway, so this book is basically, I mean, this is about his therapy practice. He goes into kind of like case studies of like some of his patients that he has. And so I obviously really like that, so I'm kind of excited to read more about that, even though I've been kind of trying to take a break from like therapy / psychology books. But that's kind of the only thing that I've actually been wanting to try recently. Well, this is like the first time that thrift books actually has disappointed me. We'll just move on from this because this is like really bothering me. I just feel like this is definitely used. Okay, this book should be in good condition because it should be brand new and it's a hardback. So kind of the backstory of this, I was like chatting with this girl that I work with, and I asked her if she had any advice about like a mindfulness book because she studied positive psychology in her graduate school. And she told me that one of her classmates actually came out with a mindfulness type book, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. And it's like not very well known, and I thought that I might give this kind of like a new up and coming author a chance. And the cover is absolutely beautiful, so I'm really glad that I bought it. But let's just get into the unboxing. Okay. Okay. Thrift books is really pissing me off right now. I was like, oh, this is in perfect condition. Oh my God. Okay. I just need a second because I like went to my library and typed this book in and I couldn't find it. Or it only was available as an ebook. It wasn't available as a physical book. And they sent me a New York Public Library edition of this book. What? Like what? So anyway, I'm like so angry. This is insane. Okay, so this is called Stop Missing Your Life by Corey Mascara. That's like such a cool last name, Mascara. And it's how to be deeply present in an unpresent world. Do you see this? So this like looks exactly like my library books. It's a New York Public Library. It literally says it right here. And like, can I just say that Thrift Books is not like a New York brand, like our company. Like it's not like I bought this like locally because it was like close to me. It was like completely random. I mean, I guess I'll just take the binding off, but like kind of bizarre. Anyway, can we just say that this is like why I like to buy books, because they don't have the glare, but now I have the glare. I love this cover. I think it's so beautiful. I love like really artsy and like colorful covers. Okay, this is a side note that I like stopped filming the video, but I checked my library and they actually do have this book, and maybe I was just like weird and only was checking my home library. So regardless, I guess I got the library copy of it. And so I guess it all worked out in the end, but still kind of pissed off. I need to decompress a little bit and rethink my choices about buying used books, because it's like, oh, I'm all about like recycling books and like whatever, but now I'm like, okay. Anyway, I wanted to get into the last thing of this vlog, which is just the book that I forgot to talk about in my April wrap-up. So if you saw my April wrap-up, you were like, this was a really unsuccessful month, because I basically had as many books that I finished that I DNF'd. I finished 5 books. I probably DNF'd 5. I only talked about 4, and I totally forgot about this last one, which is bizarre because this is the book that I've been wanting to read for literally months, and my library wasn't giving it to me, and my boyfriend thankfully gave it to me for my birthday. And that's I Love You, Nice to Meet You by Lori Gottlieb and Kevin Blyer. This was in like a recent like haul that I did, and for how long I've waited for this book was so disappointing and so terrible. I literally quit at page 40, and I'm so mad that I forgot to put it in my wrap up because it's a Lori Gottlieb book and I DNF'd it. Like, the first 2 books that I read by her were pure gold. The third one wasn't as good, and then this one got like, it was like good, no, like absolutely not. So this book was just actually terrible. I felt like they tried so hard to be funny instead of like giving concrete dating advice. This is like a dating book, and it's a guy and a girl give the lowdown on coupling up, and instead of giving like real life examples from their own life that they can give others to use as a learning lesson, they would literally just make up these like really esoteric, like crazy examples that like no one actually cares about, or they would talk about like, you know, like taking the girl to Starbucks for the first date, but it's like that's like not what leads to a successful relationship, is knowing that the girl wants to go to Starbucks. So I DNF'd this book, which was hugely disappointing, and yeah, so yeah, I'm still not over the fact that I just got a library copy from my library instead of actually being able to get the book from the library. That's fine. I'm just gonna end the vlog there because I'm like kind of over it. And yeah, that was my moving vlog. I hope you enjoyed. This will be the new spot for the next few months of where I will be filming. So welcome to my new apartment, and thank you so much for getting all the way until the end of this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Missing someone.